TeePublic was created in 2013, then got bought by Redbubble in late 2018 for $41 million. They're quite similar in the sense that they're both print-on-demand websites that allow you to sell stuff for free, but they operate separately and very differently. As you can see though, there's a lot of money to be made on TeePublic, so let me explain what you need to know to get a slice. TeePublic doesn't allow you to set your own prices. They've got a fixed pricing system. You earn $4 if someone buys a t-shirt and $8 if someone buys a hoodie. When you first upload a new design, it goes on sale immediately for 72 hours. During that 3-day period, the profits are halved to $2 and $4 respectively. After the sale period, it stays on site at the normal pricing. I'll put a link to the profit margins for the rest of the items in the description. The advantage to TeePublic's fixed pricing system is that everyone's on a level playing field. You aren't going to be competing with other artists on price, and you aren't going to get undercut by anyone either. The disadvantage is that other print-on-demand sites allow you to set your own profit margin, so if the customer's willing to pay more, you can get more profit elsewhere. TeePublic has 26 products which are items sold on by default. Their marketing says over 75 products, but I'm really struggling to figure out how they got that number even after counting manually. There's a decent selection anyway, and even the option to add front and back prints on t-shirts, which is in beta right now but seems to work just fine. The minimum dimensions when you're creating something are 1500 pixels by 1995 pixels, but if you want your design to show up on all their products, you'll need to use 5000 by 5500 pixels. I'll put that in the description so you don't have to remember it. It's one of, if not the easiest print-on-demand site I've ever used when it comes to uploading artwork. It's much faster than the competition both in terms of upload speed and how long it takes to position your artwork afterwards. You'll only need to make a few adjustments to ensure the artwork looks good on all the products, and even doing that's a lot easier when compared to other sites. They've also got a multi-file uploader which speeds things up further. You can access it by clicking Upload a Design and then Use Multi-File Uploader. There's 54 default colour choices to select with the option of filtering by light and dark colours, depending on what complements your design. This is another huge time saver and results in your artwork looking great on the products with ease. There's also the option to select a completely unique colour like there is on Redbubble for anything other than the apparel section products, so you can use your own hex codes if you want. They've got a colour dropper tool on site which allows you to pick a sample from your design to use as the background, which you can then apply to all products or just the one you're editing. TeePublic averaged about 8.5 million visitors per month in the past year, so the demand's certainly there. These numbers are relatively small when compared to Redbubble, which gets over 30 million visitors a month, and Amazon, which makes both of them look completely insignificant. But still, 8 million visitors means 8 million opportunities to make a sale, so it's not to be ignored if you want passive income. Many TeePublic users have found that despite uploading plenty of designs, they just aren't getting any sales. And the most likely reason for that is that their work isn't showing up in the search results. You can test that yourself by searching for the main keyword you've used on one of your uploads. If your design shows up in the search, great. If not, you've got a problem. This will result in no sales at all unless the uploads are being promoted manually elsewhere. There are many theories and myths as to what you do and don't need to do in order to get your designs visible in the search, and you'll find lots of conflicting information online, ranging from needing at least 10 external sales to creating albums for your products or just saying TeePublic in the mirror 3 times before bed every night. I'm happy to be able to share with you the actual solution, which is this. You need to add a profile image, add a banner image, fill out your bio, add social media links, and upload at least 20 designs. Yes, seriously, you need to do all that just to become visible in search. This information is direct from TeePublic. Do I agree with having to jump through so many hoops? No, I don't, but I don't control the process. They're probably doing it as a form of quality control since you definitely didn't have to do this before. They say that any account which doesn't meet these requirements won't be reviewed for search. TeePublic also confirm your storefront will not become searchable automatically when you've met the criteria, so you'll need to email support using community@teepublic.com. They'll get back to you within 2 days and sort it out. Assuming you've done all that and now you actually show up in the search results, you need to understand the TeePublic tagging system to get your work shown to buyers. Tagging on TeePublic is slightly different to Redbubble because you enter a main tag followed by 15 other tags in this separate box. All these sections are important, but pay particular attention to the title and main tag because these are weighted more heavily when it comes to your design getting traffic. Just like Redbubble, you need to make sure you're using keywords that have significant demand so customers are actually searching for it, as well as reasonably low competition so you can compete against other designs that are already there. I'll link my Redbubble tagging video in the description because a lot of the same information can be applied to TeePublic. Just like Redbubble, where you can scroll to the bottom of any listing to check out the tags of your competitors, you can do the same thing on TeePublic. They refer to them as designer-applied tags, as you can see here, and they also include keywords other customers search for in the niche that you're looking at. So if you're uploading a similar product, this information can be used in your own designs to help them become visible to a wider audience. The best thing you can do is look on the main page in the different categories that you want to compete for and see what's already selling well, both from a design perspective, what design elements are popular, and from a niche perspective, what area are these designs classified under. You can go into any category like t-shirts and the filter is automatically set to popular, so you know these are making sales. You can investigate why this might be the case and add a keyword if you want to look at a particular niche. Remember, as with Redbubble, t-shirts are one of the best sellers, but there are lots of other product categories that are often easier to compete in, like home goods or cases and stickers. The artwork making the most money is that which is featured by TeePublic, because that means front page exposure to their millions of monthly visitors. You can scroll down on the homepage to see the editor's picks and find out what sort of designs they like to feature and get a feel for the website. There's more available on their Instagram page too, and at the bottom of any page on TeePublic, you'll find their newsletter sign-up box. Subscribe so you can see the content that they feature in their mailing list. TeePublic like original artwork, so create something yourself or pay someone else to create your idea for you if you aren't an artist. Another great way to make a significant amount of cash quickly is using the TeePublic fan art program. This allows you to make and sell artwork using hugely popular shows like Rick and Morty and Adventure Time. I already made a video about the Redbubble Partner Program, which is basically the same thing. I'll include a link in the description, as well as the brands that are part of TeePublic's fan art program. TeePublic is a great site from a practical perspective and offers many unique features that I wish other print-on-demand platforms would take note of. If you're already established on another site like Redbubble or Merch by Amazon and you want to make more money using the same artwork, TeePublic is a great way to do that. It's the next best print-on-demand option to Redbubble and Merch by Amazon. If you're a new seller and you're just getting started, definitely prioritize Redbubble unless you're an artist and your style's more suited to the sort of work getting featured by TeePublic. This is because right now it's a much smaller platform, so there's significantly less demand. I hope you found that information helpful. Let me know in the comments about your experience with TeePublic and be sure to subscribe for new videos released every week. Cheers.